Okay, so let's talk about when you're virtual wholesaling. Virtual wholesaling, right? You're not going to be there at all. The whole goal of virtual wholesaling is to never see the house, never meet the buyer, never meet the seller, and money just to show up in your account, right? Without ever leaving. Well, Facebook, as we know, is the place to do that. You can find your buyers, you can find your sellers all in one place and put the deal together, right? So with the guerrilla marketing, we've already taught you how to find sellers, which is the same way to find buyers, just different ad sets, right? Different ads targeting different people. And that's as simply as that. Okay. So what about all the details of virtual wholesaling? Okay, well, that depends. As a virtual wholesaler, your ideal property is going to be a vacant property. Now, why is that? It's because you can get a lockbox put on the house and you can run your buyers through the house, without anybody being there, and they can get back with you and let you know yay or nay, right? And you don't have to worry about interference with the seller. Now, if you have a seller that has a property, it gets a little more tricky. Of course, it depends on relationship, but I would never just trust the buyer to go with the seller that you don't know, that you don't have a real relationship with, that lives all the way, in another state potentially. Okay. So what you're going to want to do in that scenario is you're going to want to get a third party involved, or your boots on the ground, right? Whether it be another wholesaler in that area or somebody you find to pay, um, to go let somebody in just to regulate the deal, that understands what you're doing. You tell them how to do it, what to walk through, make sure that you keep control, in of the situation at all times, right? Okay, and that's what you need to do in that scenario. Once again, ideally, you want vacant homes because they're going to be less stressful closings. You have a lot less to worry about, and there's so many vacant homes. There's really no fuss over just going towards vacant homes when you're a virtual wholesaler. Trust me, the market is wide open. I don't know why so many people flock away from vacant homes. They make for easy closings, and there's so far less headache. Maybe it's because they don't make as much in some deals, but in other situations, I can't see why you would not. There's so many of them. Go to any inner city, you got streets flooded with vacant homes, and investors eat them up, especially right now in all times, really. But landlords love them. They're great deals. So go after them. All right. Now that's really your only differences in virtual wholesaling. After that, you got your buyer. Your buyer said yes. You're going to be emailing contracts back and forth with each other, getting them signed, setting up the closing at the closing company. Okay, the paperwork should be emailed over to them. Once they have the documents, they'll set it up with your buyer to go in and pay. Then I would set it up for your seller to go in after the buyer already comes. Okay, have your closing attorney close that way. Make sure you have your closing attorney ahead of time. Okay. Now, there's a lot of wholesaler friendly closing attorneys. Do not fret about that. If you get a no on the first few, call a few more. You'll find one. They're there, all over the nation. All right. And then finally, you'll submit your payment information, you get paid. It's that simple. This is not a hard process. The hardest part of the process is finding a property and then finding a buyer for the property. And with guerrilla marketing, we teach you the best ways to do that for absolutely free while you're scrolling around here playing on Facebook anyways. All right, so let's get some deals done.